Hello, Spence. Let me just pin this just in case. I'm also heating up food. I was talking to Slash before this for a few hours in Discord calls, so I didn't get time to properly eat. So I'll just eat while we watch the Dear as full guide that Wolf has linked, and then afterwards we'll probably read through the actual guide, and then I'll see if I need anything for my holsters, and then we will probably farm those if needed. Hi Zari. Welcome in. Crap. Spence, can you repair 100 gear? Okay. I will either find somebody or just go to the merchant to repair. Hello, Wolf. Good luck on your DRS run. Yo, my sub sandwich has like too much onions, too much. These onions are hella spicy too, what the hell? Don't need to pay attention to your run that much. Man, if only. Only it were that way for the rest of us, you know? I think I'm gonna go in my little cannoneer that could outfit. I don't have to be in Baja, but there's some security to it for some reason. The ammo can that good. How have I been reduced to an ammo can? There has to be a whiteboard somewhere. We can zoom in. That'll be so funny. Oh my god. I'm actually gonna try. No, their whiteboards are like their tables, you know? Their little strategy tables. We'll just go stand on top of that. Should we be joining the raid chat for this or just being here on stream? Either or. Wolf is going to be answering questions via chat for the most part right now until he's out of his own DRS run. But if you would like to sit in VC, that is perfectly fine as well. I don't know. Depends. Wolf, would you prefer people to type their questions into chat, or does it not matter to you? Sorry, I'm also eating right now. Main camp tent. Chat would be easier? Then chat it is. You know, I'm just gonna finish eating before we do anything. My model isn't even up. What the hell? Where'd she go? Hello. There we are. Well, it's time to have a migraine. We're not actually doing anything. We're just studying. Though I guess that would be a very bad time to have a migraine. Thinking hurts. You know what? Understandable. Hello, Altina. Are you at work, Altina? Oh, wait. No, you can't be at work because you told me you work recently disabled Twitch. And you would have to be on YouTube if you were at work. Is it a day off or a work from home situation? Day off, nice. Main tent, main tent. Who is this? Oh, they don't have a strategy table. That's interesting. I belong in there with the cannons. Let me through. The zones have better music though. Yeah, but then I gotta worry about the 10-minute timeout AFK timer. Who the heck hung laundry all the way up there? Who is even tall enough to do so? Something's just not making sense. They jumped on the boxes. Man, that is work. Isn't it normal to hang it high? Not that high. I mean, I'm short, but I don't even think the talls can reach that. I'm gonna position myself right now. Oops. Okay. Oh my god, I forgot about my coffee that I ordered while I was talking to Slash. Be right back. I'm gonna go get my coffee that's been sitting outside. Okay, I'm back. Apologies for that. I cannot believe I forgot about my coffee. Now my part of my coffee order is a hot matcha tea latte though. This thing is definitely not hot anymore. It's like 8 hours before work usually starts. You know what? I'm not very good at time conversions in my head. I actually like never really keep track of like what time it is for other people. How does the Queen super chest work? The text explanation seems weird. They jumped. Are you going to vid review or text review? I think I am definitely someone who needs both. I can watch, but I don't understand a lot of things that I see, and I need to read it out loud to fully understand. So I'll be doing both. It was a sim for super chats. Oh, we're not gonna be simming. I refuse to sim as part of my blind stuff. Going in blind after... Okay, we'll be going in fresh, but not blind this time, not completely. Swords at TA. Oy. Okay, we will first lower background music a lot. And then let me pull up the video and give you guys audio. And also show you screen. Okay. Let's start the study session and see how long this will take us.
There, always wanted to do Delubrum Reginae Savage, but scared of lengthy guides? Welcome to my Learn How to Survive in DRS in less than 20 minutes video. First things first, let's make sure you are ready. Preparation is key in DRS. You should have everything the Discord you run with asks for. It's different for each Discord, so triple check that before joining a prog. However, a solid base to have is, for everyone, 5 pure essence of your job, 15
Take notes, more take notes.
reses, 5 light curtains.
I think we have that.
Usually, the DPS actions are Font of Power or Magic, Banner of Honored Sacrifice, Rend, Dervish, Curefall. The support actions.
Oh, Tina, do you want to join our DRS run? It's like this time next week. Exactly. Or like, we're supposed to party queue up like 45 minutes earlier than current time right now. But relatively challenging. Took a few runs for your group to get through them. No. We're aiming to get through in one go. Been so long, but I don't think I have anything planned. Yo, it's been so long for all of us, for a majority of us. We've never, a good chunk of our party's never been in.
Are Iter Shield, Perception, Shell 2.
People should start gathering in about 23 hours, right? Huh? 23. No, it's next week, Mort. Next week. Next week. I meant 6 days, 23 hours. Yes, about-ish, yes. So like 1 hour before current time next week is when we should start making parties. You can show up today. I mean, you can show up in a day. It's not gonna, no one's gonna be, actually, no, people will still be there. Maybe. Need more re-raisers? I don't know how I have so many.
Dispel, Arise.
Oh wait, no, I know exactly how I have so many. I don't use them.
Spellforge, Steel Sting. Make sure you have some of those and your Forge, Steel Sting.
Okay, Dispel, Arise, Spellforge, Steel Sting. Let me take a second to go quickly make sure that I have those. Oops. This is gonna be a pain swapping back and forth. Good question. I only have, oh. Lost re-raise. Grants the effect of re-raise to support target player. Grants 80% chance of automatic revival upon KO. Yes, re-raisers, not the spell. Re-raisers. These. Resistance re-raisers. Resistance re-raisers are the protective 2-hour Phoenix Downs that you get that gives you a chance of raising upon your own death, a 70% chance. Watch. My re-raisers all popped yesterday while I was dying through DRN, so therefore they will never pop at all during DRS run. I will have this thing for the full 2-3 hours that we're in there. The spell Arise is for healers. I am not gonna be focusing on raising other people. I am gonna be focusing on surviving myself. Let all the experienced players do the raising. Thank you very much. When are we doing Palace of the Dead though? Good question. Great question. Don't got an answer. Okay, they wanted Dispel, Arise, Spellforge for casters. I can go back through DPS stuff for other people.
Pro. However, a solid base to have is, for everyone, 5 pure essence of your job.
5 pure essences for your job. I have 20. I am good. Let's not confuse them with regular essences. Okay. Things I learn along the way.
15 re-raises.
Yeah, 15 resistance re-raisers.
5.
Wait, why do you need Okay, you know what? Yeah, we plan on dying that much is what it is. I can't carry 15. I need my ethers. This is gonna be a bad time. How much weight is 15? You can't even carry 15 re-raisers. Or I can't. My maximum capacity is at 20 or 99. I'm bringing 5. Fuck that.
Light curtains.
5 light curtains. What does light curtain do? Grants the effect of loss reflect to self. Reflects most magic attacks for 10 seconds. Shares a recast timer with all other weapon skills and spells. Yeah, I'll carry 5 if I can even carry 5.
Usually, the DPS actions are Font of Power or Magic.
Are you guys all running DPS? Mort is Summoner, Ian is Red Mage. Okay. Okay. For those of you who are DPS, here you go. You are caster, you want Font of Magic. If not, you want Font of Power.
Banner of Honored
You're a tank. Like Font of Power. Banner of Honored
Sacrifice. Rend. Dervish. Curefall.
Casters, Cure 4.
The support actions are
Render Dervish for everyone else.
Aether Shield, Perception,
Aether Shield.
Shell 2, Dispel, Arise, Spellforge, Steel.
Spellforge, Steel Sting. That's what I can check on. I think I did have it. Yeah, Spellforge, Steel Sting. I'll go back to the video in a second. I just had to make sure I had them.
Sting. Make sure you have some of those and you're set. Seriously though, lost actions are the most important thing in DRS. You can basically stop the video now already. Though let's still delve deeper and answer some commonly asked questions, plus a few general advice. Usual party composition is 2 tanks, 2 healers, 1 melee, 1 ranged with Dervish, 1 caster with Q4, and 1 any DPS. Pure essences are important for 2 things. Without them, you will die to red whites due to the lack of health and defense, and they have hidden interactions with some lost actions we use. There's a cache at the beginning of the raid. Unlike in normal mode, you cannot return to it. This is why your holster needs to be full once you jump past the entrance. In DRS, you cannot be raised through normal skills. Your life is your most precious
This person's game is in French? Yeah.
resource. But you can totally stop DPS to focus on mechanics if you need. Understanding this raid is important to enjoy it.
Whoa. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that. Their key presses, besides like controller
You
players.
can still be raised using specific combos of lost actions and essences though, so don't stress too much. Notably, healers using pure divine essence and lost
What's the point of having X, C, and B in space?
rise.
And the mouse?
10 to 15% chance per cast. Other than that,
Mine would have to show numpad because my MMO mouse is tied to numpad.
razors are your best chance of getting back up 70% upon KO.
Sandra, do not face tank the freaking traps. I will never be the first one to walk into a room, ever. Is it the same part of the plane that does the controller overlay? I see. I'm insane and my side buttons are tied to Control, Alt, and Shift. Oh, you are... That is interesting.
Oh, to come
Facing all the bombs. Thanks,
back
Hades.
alive. This is why
Anything to make sure that I get through my run.
you need a lot of them. The same price and twice come rune as in normal takes effect in DRS. This means that
I have a very, like, strong feeling that I'm also somehow gonna get addicted to, like, DRS like I did BA. For a time. I feel like that's all you're gonna see me do for a while, and then I'll completely drop off. Join you in Fort Tower? I don't even have access to Fort Tower! He is a lot of fun, Nods. I know. I'm hoping to do at least a few DRS runs once I get them down. Oh, knowing my grinder self, if there's anything that I need out of it, I will be in there. And I'll also be on NA time after this month, so... Or like after first week of March. So... The more... I will completely grind the shit out of this now that I have more access to runs. Just gear. Gear is enough reason for me to go in. Gear is enough reason for me to go in. Did I miss any questions? No, I don't think so, not yet.
after 3 or 2 mistakes,
We've made it not even 3 minutes into the video.
you are dead.
Typical study session. Don't worry about it.
There are no positionals in any forest content. Do
Oh yeah, if you guys need the stuff, it is under events feed. There is one called Delubrum Reginae Savage, and then not to be confused with the event one. The text thread is where all the resources are posted. This is out of date. OC has positionals.
Not
Does it?
try
How out of date is this? It was made a year ago. OC? What's OC?
to do them. You
Not
cannot be
Occult
sucked
Crescent.
out of a fight like on Ozma. The only thing that can kick you out is you pressing the abandon button thinking it's return, or the IFK
Oh, you did mean Occult Crescent.
kick timer, which is 10 minutes. Respect the traps. They hurt much more than in normal, and dying
They hurt much more in normal. I already died to the one in normal, so we don't need to test out how much it hurts.
to them is nothing more than a waste of resources. Do not auto-run in the
Just letting you know, DPS also die to the traps
hallway.
in normal. So, you extra dead.
Use your actions, even on trash. Trash bosses don't have enrages, but they still kill players. Players dying are more
I'm intending to go over it all again this coming week while you work on getting more things done. Though I did not find a thing going over this gear for class. I saw them say the earrings were good, but not other gear pieces. Gear only gives haste. Yeah, if you can get the gear, it's good to have if your job needs haste. Otherwise, regular gear is fine, I think, for the people going in for the first time. To be honest, I think Forked is far worse than DRS. Is it? We want to make sure to have most haste we can. Not worth farming if you're doing this once. I think I'll probably want to do it more than once, and I have a lot of things sitting in Reginae. Do Dragoons benefit from maximizing the haste? Good question. I'm not sure. I play a caster. Any caster benefits from haste for the most part. Valors are most important, but valors are hard to get. I mean honors, right? What the heck, ill paladin? How? Dang, you've just been farming. How did we get so much metal? Then again, you didn't start with the rest of us, right?
important resources.
Bit insane, yes. How long have we been farming this? I'm actually curious to know how long it took you to farm majority of it. 10, 10, 10 in Baj. Oh my god. Metal is easy to come by in Zadner. Yeah, but if I'm going in alone, it's not exactly great as a healer, you know? I aggro onto things when I don't want to aggro onto things. It's not generally a good time. Farmed as a tank. Honestly, I've been going around inside as a paladin. If I'm by myself. The only tank I have leveled. And the only tank that I really know how to play. And even then, I don't really know how to play it. Level up my dancer so you can get rid of armor. Huh? You've also done all of the duels. Oh my god, Altina, you grinded this shit. The duels are awesome. We've seen Wolf do a duel or two. And I was helping someone else in the instance do farm so that the duels could pop. The only thing you haven't done is 10 DRS runs. Okay, Altina, that's our goal. If you hang out with me, we'll get enough DRS runs. I can guarantee I'll do at least 10. before I start dropping off. If there's anything worth selling in here too, forget it. I'll be here for days.
These we must use. DPS actions are easy to farm, arises aren't. And of course, the best defense is offense.
I'll do 10 for you. You know what, Altina? This slowly builds towards me having to repay you by going into Palace of the Dead at some point. Nothing is worth selling? Okay, then only 10 runs it is. Thanks, Hades. I'll just continue spending my time in BA. One day. One day eventually, yes, Altina. I will eventually need to do it if I go my normal achievement hunter route.
Now that
the achievement hunter that has never 100%ed anything. I just like the idea of being an achievement hunter. Do I actually have the persistence to like 100% anything? No. I'm persistent in certain things. One of the mounts used to be 20 to 35 mil, but it drops in OC now and doesn't sell for very much. OC ruined everything I see.
are out of the way, let's look at 5.
Achievement hunting is fun. Ill Paladin, please meet... I think Hades. Hades, are you an achievement hunter? Altina is also achievement hunting. An achievement enthusiast rather than a completionist? Yes! That is the phrasing.
Do note, I'm only going to explain what is most important to know and usually kills a lot of people, not the wall fights.
Completionist rather than achievement hunter? Okay. We have a lot of people in the general community that are like achievement hunters or completionists. So... I'm an achievement hunter, but I've been taking a break from 14 for about a year. Eventually, I'll be back. Watch. Eventually, you'll be back when I finally decide to go into Palace of the Dead, and that'll trigger everything.
Feel free to look at my written guide, which is more detailed if you want. Slimes and Golems. This is specific to DRS. You will be split into 2 groups. ABC to Slimes, DEF to Golems. For both sides, 3 traps, 1 explosive in middle, 1 explosive and 1 poison in random rooms. There is only 1 trap per room. You can use perception to reveal them. They are still
There's a trap in the hallway.
dangerous after being revealed. Use perception in front of the southern rooms to pre-sense if there's a trap in them. Those are the possible spawns of traps. Slimes. The goal here is to have green slimes, called viscous clots, explode on their pads in each room within 15 seconds of each other. This is why
There's a timed... Oh my god.
slimes is harder. You need to be synced.
Slime's harder. I swear to god, don't put me in slime room.
Tanks and healers. You will need to make green slimes fuse together to form a big one. See this buff? Once it hits 5, the green slimes explode. Hence, you want it to reach 4, then wait for the red leader go before fusing the last slime. Remember, you need to be synced. DPS kill red slimes, called Sanguine Clot. If they fuse with another slime, they are deadly. Ads will also appear north and south and need to be tanked. Golems. The goal here is to kill golems on the pad of their corresponding color. They change color after casting
This is a coils mechanic! The trauma! This is... Which one is it? It's nail! It's nail! T9? Holy shit! It's okay, Coils prepared me for this. Stick me in golems, I know what to fucking do. Put her in slimes.
Metamorphosis.
I literally log in for raid, include Alexander right now.
One
Not
tank
like
each.
this. Look, it's the other people who have Coils trauma. Mord and Ian have been in there. Mord and Ian have been in there with Rain. They know the pain. Oh my god. My people. They went in mine. Can't promise anything, boss.
Take one golem.
Nah. Watch, we'll figure it out.
Interrupt. Then metamorph.
Nope, not Coils mine. Wait, did Rain not do Coils mine? Was it just regular Saint? Wait, were you not part of her? I thought you guys were doing Coils with Rain.
Is cast once they are in a
It was Saint. You were party leader. God damn it, Mord! Rain was still free trial back then. So you let her think that she was doing it mine. When she was just doing it. Did you at least turn off the echo? Wait, I thought it was mine. Because I remember specifically like raiding into her before because I thought she was doing mine content. I was like, yo, my type of crazy. Time to time I hop in and help. I remember this because we had a whole discussion on it. This was the time when we had the discussion about how I'm the crazy aunt, and I'm like, how did I get adopted? How did I get adopted? When's blue coils? What do you mean blue coils? Why would I do blue coils? Is there a reason to do blue coils? Made her do everything else mine, but not coils. Ah, Mord. I see that you are our type of crazy. This is what happens when you've had someone in free trial for too long. I was also the same exact way. Yo, let me tell you, the people who are insistent on being free trial for a long time and getting the most out of it that they can, those are the true crazy people. And I will say so as someone who is one of those people. Marble Mount? God, Hades. Are you subjecting me to coils again? It can't be worse than doing it mine. It can't. It really cannot.
right color. Blue golem does a tanking meta golems. The goal here is to kill golems on the pad of their corresponding color. They change color after casting metamorphosis. One tank each take one golem. Interrupt their metamorphosis cast once they are in the right color. Blue
Oh, you can interrupt their
Golem
cast.
does a tank burster that can be Ezinad.
That can be what? Oh, a Sunad. I'm sorry. This person's accent is getting in the way of my understanding, and I actually have to read the subtitles. They are doing a very good job at explaining things, but their accent is getting in the way of my understanding. T13 blue is an experience. Wait.
Forms into
That is exactly what I heard too, and I was like, what? Esuned.
White Golem. White Golem uses a self-benediction at 30%.
This is
Green
literally
Golem.
coils.
Its runes golems adds on north and south that need to be tanked to gain a damage buff. Transforms into Red Golem. Red Golem
Even mine though, like we killed it so fast that
tethers to the first player doing any instance of damage to it, including dots. Let the tank take its aggro first.
okay, same thing as BA. Don't hit nothing unless a tank is on it.
Its auto attacks are deadly, so kite it around its room, then use Ervun to kill it on its pad. A ranged player will help the tank interrupt Metamorphosis casts. Trinity Seeker. This boss reuses a lot of its normal mechanics, but much faster. You can
This is the Ravana
still use
one.
the normal mode of Delubrum Reginae to help you understand better this boss.
Well, I just did DRN yesterday, fresh in my mind. I will just stand under boss at all times.
These two mechanics are
For the room cleaves, DPS interrupt. Wow, responsibility. Mecha Ravana. We were having a debate yesterday if Trinity Seeker looks better than Ravana itself. What do you guys think? We just had a light debate about it. Debate ended in like 10 seconds. You think Trinity Seeker looks better? You're of the same mind as Wolf then. I was like, is it better? Because, you know, the whole idea is that's supposed to look like a bug, and Ravana looks more like a bug. What's say Ravana looks better, but I'm biased in favor of Heavensward a lot because dragons. Just gonna take the TP from the tank I see.
usually what kills most people.
Tank Buster? No, I won't.
Seeker with charge.
How would I hate the Tank Buster?
Force towards attack and unleash them, cleaving one of his diagonals with each. Stay close to the boss and move quickly. Seasons of Mercy.
You can still be safe under the boss, even for grid.
Of Mercy. Dodge.
So why would I ever leave a
Eyes,
safe
don't
spot under boss?
Look at the eye. Go away from the flower. For more minor important force swords attack and unleash them, cleaving one of his diagonals with each. Stay close to the boss and move quickly. Seasons of Mercy.
Dodge ice, don't look at the eye, go away from the flower.
Dodge eyes. Don't
What flower?
look at the eye.
Oh. You know, I think in normal that doesn't do like much damage, so. Diagonals. The accent is destroying.
Go away from the flower. For more minor important mechanics.
Do you think I'm gonna heal so much that I rip aggro from a tank?
Ravana dashes.
No way.
Several clones jump on the edge of the arena.
No shot, yeah, no shot.
Then do a line AoE. Send
The word AoE is also AoE. I'll give them credit. Like, their guide is very clear, except for the fact that their accent is destroying me.
and tiles. Seeker makes all the rings of what he stands on explode. Earth Shakers.
Love Earth Shakers. Also learned this from Coil.
Coupled with sand and tiles,
Coiling, yeah. Dude, I don't... People are not lying when they're like, Sandra, you understand more mechanics than maybe some modern players. And had to actually suffer through them.
3 players will get targeted by Earthshakers coming from the middle and must aim them away from the main party without staking them. While standing,
this Earthshaker is just like, it hits only on the line itself, right? Like a little bit out from the line, but it doesn't hit like in between. Because Earthshakers for like Shinryu blast like the area in the cone that the players create. Earthshakers and rings are going at the same time.
on the correct ring. Dahu, keep your eyes open. This is an AoE fight. Dodge in time
Lines are
and
easy.
don't get killed. Keep your eyes
Do they ever
staking
go
them
through the
while
middle?
standing on the correct
I just stood
ring.
center.
Dahu, keep your eyes open.
The middle is
This is an AoE
safe,
fight.
relatively.
Dodge in time and don't get killed. Small limit cut. 1 dot to marker 1, 2 dots to marker 2, etc. Player markers.
They want me to count? Oy vey. Keep your eyes open. Then. This is an AoE fight.
Are tank busters. Queen's guards. This fight's mechanics are reused on Queen. So it's important to focus and learn about them. The guards appear by duos and it
Nothing in here is like super surprising, honestly. If you pay attention, all of this stuff has happened elsewhere in other raids if you've done those raids is the thing, right? 1 sword and 1 shield come from the Shadowbringers Alliance raids. Show Hole also comes from Shadowbringers Alliance raid, if I'm not mistaken. I'm too broke to pay attention. What does that even mean?
to die at the same time. If one dies, the other launches their
What does that have to do with paying attention?
enrage. Keep them equal. First duo, Knight and Warrior. They will make themselves immune to physical or magical damage. This
Is this not exactly the same thing from the Alliance raid? Well, no, the Alliance raid had it so that one was shielded, the other one was not, so you had to attack the one that was not shielded. However, in the Alliance raid, if you turn the one that was shielded, you can attack either one. Did you not get the pun? No, I guess I didn't. When have I ever fully understood a pun? Blade Ninja, hello. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy your stay. Shohol is from Orban. They didn't say the tank buster mechanic. Eh. It's just tank buster has a proximity element to it, so if you are too close to the front, you take the TB instead of the tank. Oh, okay. What? That's interesting. Well, good luck to me, who's gonna be standing relatively center. I'll try to stand center back.
is random. Healers have to apply
Don't worry, we brought in backup. I believe in our white mage.
Spellforge and Steel Sting
I don't believe in our white mage. Our white mage is me.
during the countdown, so you can easily remove or keep it to inflict the correct type of damage. Boost. While your boosts damage.
I will say, someone needs to remind me to put the debuffs at like a 200% before we go into I will not see this, I swear.
Use the spell. During this fight, you may get David, then have
Yomi will be there, so I'm not worried. Aoi Mizu will be there, so I'm also not worried. I mean, you don't already do that? No, mine is like, mine's bigger, but it's not 200%. 200% is like too distracting on a normal basis. It's also like, I have this weird thing where like, there's a certain size to where I also, like, if it's too big, I ignore it. If it's too small, I also ignore it. How many times have I missed the actual cast bar in the middle of my screen that is made 200%? I actually somehow never see that one. I was like, that's why I focus target my bosses. I look at the smaller cast bar for some reason. Also, as a Lala, I can't see the top of the heads of majority of the bosses that I fight. So this new like cast bar that they added at the top of their heads, can't see it. Can't see it. Either way, we have some pretty stacked healers, so I'm not worried. The run that we're also joining, they're prioritizing all the fresh people. So they're gonna try their bestest to get us all through in one run. At least you don't get kicked out like BA. BA is stressful on another level in that case. That reminds me of that one normal raid. What normal raid are we talking about? What reminds you of the normal raid? They added cast bars to enemy heads. I love how none of the Lalas know this. None of the Lalas know this. The only reason why I know about it is because I read patch notes. Where they put the gaze mechanic on. I hate that. I'm pretty sure I've never seen any of those gaze mechanics, mind you. The ones that are on top of the heads, absolutely abysmal. Move the camera and almost can't see my own character just to see the head of the boss. I know. I was like, if I move my camera, my character is in the middle of my hotbars. That's why, like, part of me was like, I should move my cast bars, or, sorry, my hotbars over to the side somewhere. And out of the way so that I can put my character, like, right at the bottom or something.
Called reversal.
Which is so weird. Like, I didn't realize how far down my character was in comparison to, like, every other person I see rating who has their character, like, nearly smack dab middle. My cast bars are right above my ability bars. It kind of looks weird, but keeps my eyes on. My cast bar is, I think it's like a little lower than center. Hang on. Let's see. Oh, not the right screen. Oops. No, yeah, it's above my HP. My eyes are usually at my feet, if anything. Like, when I'm reading, usually pan up so that my feet are right here. Enough for me to see my feet, But I wanted my... I thought about moving all of this over to the side regardless, and then just panning as far down as I could. So that I can see heads. Regen just really has... I was not thinking. Never change, Sandra. Don't worry about it. You know why? I totally did not remember that I was on white mage. Because that's ad low for me. Normally. My see, it just, that's what confused me. My lustrate is on where my cure is. Cure 2. It's the little things. And then boss's HP bar is, I think this is default, if not a little bit. Oh no, it's not default. It's a little bit lower than default. I don't like it being anywhere near my field of view. You can pan? Yeah, you can, I mean, yes. Control arrow keys? Oh. Whoa, control left doesn't do anything, but control right moves camera in a circle. Why does it not go the other way? Did I disable it for whatever reason? See, this is like the weird thing about like how other people see. I focus target to see cast bars, even though I have my actual like target info progress bar, their cast bar dead center at 200. For some reason, this is so big I don't see it, but if I make it any smaller, I still don't see it. I was like, this way I have 2 spots that I can look for this cast bar. I always focus target. If I'm going through a dungeon, my focus target is my main tank and the tank. And then if we're in any 8-man content, I focus target boss. I also have it bound to target of my target, so that way I can target main tank. But do I ever use that keybind? No. I'm a clicker for party list. Yeah, other people use focus target for like specific reasons, like if you need to find like your co-healer for whatever reason or something. I'll use it to see cast bars. I don't know, I don't even understand the workings of my own brain that way, so don't ask.
All of forces apply to you. This means your gravity correct type of
anything that we've talked about for this fight, so Warrior? Yeah. I think they call it a war. Is it actually named Warrior? Or is it just warrior because they're carrying an axe?
Use Dispel. During this fight, you may get the...
I swear they were named after chess pieces and I'm not sure a warrior is a chess piece.
Then have a debuff called
It
Reversal
would make sense for them to be named after chess pieces.
of forces applied to you. This means your gravity is reversed. Based on if you have this debuff or not, you will have to listen to a specific call, so stay attentive. Shield or sword with bombs. Knight uses his shield or sword. Shield is a knockback. Sword is the at the edge.
Did they change that?
Warrior will then use her bombs mechanic.
that different from normal? Shield is usually in,
Both players and
I guess, in the sense that go in to get knocked out.
ages. Warrior will then use her bombs mechanic. Both players and bombs may have the gravity reversed. If you fall first, move where an explosion just happened. An easy way to remember about this mechanic is this image. If you see one tether, you will go to a small bomb. If you see no tether or two tethers, you will go to a big bomb. Puddles with shield or sword. Warrior may apply a debuff. If you have one, go to wind puddle, the green one. Otherwise, go to gravity puddle, the purple one. Bring back to middle. Knight will then use his shield or sword with only
Just like real life where heavier objects fall faster, thanks Newton.
one side without a claw being safe. Shield is in, sword is out.
Okay, there we go.
Second duo, soldier and gunner. Ball of fire. 4 fire orbs will turn into frogs and move around the arena, then explode. Go in between the 2 frogs, moving last. Open spot. Mustadio mechanic. Show your hole. First to the gunner, then to a turret on the side. If you are on legacy, do not grade this mechanic. Ice and fire. Ice, keep moving. Casting does not count. Fire, stop moving. Shift your weapon. Hands off keyboard or controller. Gun turrets. 2 turrets spawn, they must be tanked, and their tank buster, sniper shot, and wound. Kill them as soon as possible. Their tank buster, sniper shot, and wound. Keep spawn, they must be tanked, and their tank buster, sniper shot, and wound. Kill them as soon as possible. Enrage phase. Wards. All guards reappear. They will shield themselves on 2 parallel sides. Attack their unshielded sides. Additionally, 2 times.
The crazy part about this is that dots also apply to the shields. Ugh, I did not die to that in normal yesterday. Even after Wolf said, careful of your dots.
Type of spheres will appear. 1 aura sphere on north and south. They cast Spy Check.
Here you get twice come ruined, so you have to be especially careful.
A tank buster which has to be unwound. Tanks with unwound available need to provoke them to bait this tank buster on themselves. If killed in time, Spy Check will be announced by a red marker. If not, it will target 2 random players per sphere. 12 spiritual spheres. They use a circle AoE which must be reflected by healers. Both of those spheres
Why do I feel extra stressed as a healer?
come back for a second wave.
I hate circle owies.
Before the guards finish their enrage cast.
Me too.
They must be killed in time. Bosjan Phantom. Use lost
I'm 100% going to die to that at
Banish
some
on
point. I'm not even gonna question it.
the Phantom.
I will die to a circle owie.
So he takes 25% more damage for 60 seconds and refresh it. This is so you do not see shitty mechanics. Once again, best defense is offense. This fight is mostly following calls, but you can look at the symbols. They are the same as the AoE they will make
Circle owie.
appear. Circle, donut, and rectangle. Add phase. Kill bloody red phantoms. Heal misty white phantoms to full. Post ads. You will get the same AoEs as before with a knockback, having to change sides, and a con AoE at the end. Trinity Avowed. Probably the hardest fight because a lot of its mechanics are personal, maths, but with temperatures. Red Whites start packing a punch here. No, really, they require heavy mitigation or a lost action from tanks.
Stress.
Make sure at least one, if not both tanks have it and use it on Glory of Bosja. Avowed will use three weapons: sword, staff, and bow. She will use each of them twice, each rotation of weapon having different mechanics.
This is not new to us.
So, example given, staff 1 will be different from staff 2, and etc.
Forced march.
You will receive several types of debuffs.
Forced march.
At the end of the timer, will move you 2 squares towards a random direction indicated by your debuff. Temperature, same as normal, will give you a temperature ranging from -2 to +2. It has
Forced march in that. Oh lord. Yeah, it happens
no
even in the
timer.
normal
Consider
version.
it more as
So
a status you need to make not roll before
I was testing it out yesterday. I didn't clock that it was 2 squares worth, but I knew you could make it from one side of the safe circle to the other.
the end of the mechanic. Brand appears during the second wave.
And then I fucked up my
punch here.
force march because I turned myself
really.
around.
They require heavy mitigation or a lost action from tanks. Iter shield. Make sure at least one, if not both tanks have it and use it on Glory of Bozja. Avowed will use 3 weapons: sword, staff, and bow. She will use each of them twice, each
We were we were debating this yesterday. Shiva has staff and bow phase, right? Can't for the life of me remember if she has sword.
rotation of weapon having different mechanics. So, example given,
She does.
staff 1
It's literally from Shiva then.
will be different
Exactly
from
the same.
staff 2 and etc. You will receive several types of debuffs. Post-march, at the end of the timer, will move you 2 squares towards a random direction indicated by your debuff. Temperature, same as normal.
Shiva's sword is a stat cleave or a tank buster.
Will give you
Meaning it's a mechanic that I've never had to deal with as a non.
a temperature
Not directly at
from
least.
-2 to +2. It has no timer. Consider it more as a status you need to make not roll before the end of the mechanic. Brand appears during the second wave of weapons, ranges from -2 to +2, and adds itself on top of your temperature.
What? More math on top of my math?
So, how does solving temperature and brand works? Your temperature can be changed. Your brand cannot. Therefore, your temperature can be changed. Your brand cannot. Therefore, you will need to change your temperature to be the opposite of your brand.
Oh my god. Can I please just be dead on the floor when this happens? I don't want to think.
Nullifying it in the process. Example given, I have -2 as my brand. My temperature will need to be +2
Super chest makes less
to
sense.
nullify
Great.
it. Now let's take a look at weapons.
Can't even skip math like I do in the Alliance raid.
Sword. 3 clones appear and will help the boss cleave a side
There's a simulator. Ugh, I refuse to run the simulator
of
though.
the arena each. This will result in 1 square left untouched, called safe spot. This is what the red leader will call. Each cardinal of this safe spot will be cleaved by a different temperature. Move to the correct cardinal to be neutral. The order to resolve this mechanic shall be done as so. First, start on the safe spot. Second, look at the swords, not the clones. Go where the sword you need points to. One square away from the safe spot. Staff. 4 meteors will appear, and you will need to use your first march to go to the correct one in Staff 1. You will need to move to the correct one
Likelihood of me dying here is like over 90%.
while dodging clone lines always on the side on Staff 2. Remember to heal, this hurts a lot. Bow. Flames will appear either west or east, making the opposite side safe. Use your first march to go to the safe side on bow 1. Sprint after dodging clone lines always on the side on bow 2. Trinity Avowed then shoots 4 temperatures arrows, leaving 1.
I still hate the design of this because it definitely looks like you can walk on the paths.
Neutral square free if you need to be 0, and starts a ladder
Arrows always take the next possible turn based on the temperature you'll
the
need.
game. Move manually to the
Oh
correct
yeah, just telling you
and
how to
spot
play ladders.
of the arrow you need on bow 1, and use your force matched to end on it on bow 2. Be careful not to get force matched into the wall. Stigimelo Cloud. The real danger here is the ads phase. Outside of it, the fight is mostly dodging stuff. But don't get lazy now, you still need to dodge to stay alive. Ads phase starts at 70% and makes the boss untargetable.
When are you thinking about going for DRS? 6 days, 22 hours. Thanks for the countdown, Mort. It is, next week. Our run is next week.
4 ads will appear on each cardinal, and the arena will change with 2 circles being safe, inner one and outer one.
I believe in our
Inner
raid
ring.
lead. Yep, so do I.
Fire and earth orbs appear.
I believe in our raid lead, and I believe in everyone that our host and friends have pulled into the raid in order to keep us all safe.
Here, healers will handle them. Fire needs to be reflected. Careful, this AoE is not telegraphed. Earth needs to
An owie that is not telegraphed! We are dead on the floor for this mechanic specifically. You'll probably be dead on the floor for the whole fight. You know what? I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that. They'll just be down a healer the whole entire time. Unfortunately, RNG, if you actually can raise someone, sometimes you waste like 10 reses on one death. What? Can I stay to floor tank? Uh-huh. Yep. Epitome of, you know, a Final Fantasy 14 player. You're serious? Oh my god.
be dispelled
Let me just forget to bring my raises.
and killed. Outer ring adds
Currently about to start TA. Good luck, Wolf.
auto give 1 ring stack, 2 and you're dead. So
We need a death counter next week.
1 tank needs to kite 1 ad each around the arena clockwise. If ads are too close to each other or the middle, they gain a speed buff. After a few seconds, ads will use entrapment, each spawning a trap in their respective lane, except on
Wait, didn't we also have minotaurs and coils? We had minotaurs and coils, didn't we? Didn't you join at Minotaur? Yes, you did, I think. Oh my god, this is just... Extra stupid coils.
The cardinals. So be on one to be safe. Tanks will need to
Coil Savage? Yeah, right. This is the actual Coil Savage. Oh man.
and explode the trap.
I was like, yo, this arena look kind of familiar.
Sometimes while kiting in the process. For both the inner and outer ring, while all of this is happening,
We had Minotaurs and Snakes
notches
too.
will need to be
baby.
used for two mechanics. Debuff, personal mechanic. You will either get one or the other. Sacrifice will pull you in. Wanderer will push you out. Most people remember them this way. On the debuff illustration, pull seems to be sucking you in. Push seems to be yeeting you. The lightning circle will also appear, and you will have to be in any notch
Lightning.
to resolve it. Quick
We
always
love
will
lightning.
also appear under random player's feet, so stay attentive. The queen, almost there, time to play chess. Same as Trinity.
That's 100k. Sandra has more deaths than me. Oh, I will take you up on that bet. I know I'll have more deaths than you. Shadowbringer's design philosophy is very different from Heavensward ARR. Stormlight kind of an in-between. Yeah.
Avowed for red whites. Make sure you have a Knight of Shield
I will
or
doze off mid-fight. How late is it for you guys right now? Are you East Coast? Because then it's like 11 right now.
heavy mitigation.
You guys will be going into dark o'clock hours.
The cast
12 p.m. or 12 p.m. You're an hour behind. I was like, wait a sec. I thought like 12 a.m. and I was like, what time zone is that? But you sleep at U.S. times. Oy. Philippines,
name this time are Empyrean Iniquity and God Save the Queen, as well as the Soft Enrage. Tank Busters. 2 hits which both inflict a physical vulnerability and doom if it does more than 0 damage. We usually cheese it with Gunbreakers and Paladins. Normal chess. 3 orbs appear and form lines.
Normal chess. I don't even know how to play chess normally.
Find the 2 parallel lines and go there.
Is it even chess, really?
Four.
I always just counted it as checkers.
Cards will appear and walk the number of steps indicated
Oh, I guess it really is more like chess.
above their head forward before using a cross away. Do this step by step. Don't try to resolve it all at once.
Oh, there are more robots.
Super Chess. Queen Special Mechanic. She becomes untargetable, makes a blue safe spot square appear, and gives you 2 steps debuffs. Choose a method and watch it if you want to learn it properly. But here, I will help you solve it with most Discord's method in mind, using the wall strat. Add your debuffs together. This will give you 5, 6, or 7 steps. 1 step is 1 square. 5 and 7 will always start on a black tile. 6 will always start on a white tile. The red leader will tell you where to place yourself based on white tile. Will always start on a black tile. 6 will always start on a white tile. The red leader will tell you where to place yourself based on your total number of steps.
I don't gotta do math myself.
Move towards the safe spot until the dots above your head have totally disappeared, then stop. You will have to move a second time to end on the safe spot. Sovereignty. Once the bar reaches 100 and you hear a ding, use your light curtain and dispel 4 buffs of the queen. Relentless plays.
You need to do math to figure out your number. True. But the rest of it I don't gotta do.
Queen and Queen's cards mechanics together. 1. Parallel lines, debuff or not. Wind and gravity puddles. Open spot to gunner, then to turret. 2. Knockback from center with Queen Slash. Pivot clones AoEs with Queen
Floor looks nice.
Slash. 3. Knight position bait. Shield or swords close AoE. Turret lines AoE. Sovereignty. 4. Knockback from blue line 2 squares. This can be anti-KB'd. Debuff or not. Freeze, pyretic, bombs. Soft enrage. Guards will
I heard raise and pyretic. I had to pause to read it. And I was like, oh, freeze.
And do several red whites one after the other, with Queen's wands on top of it. Healers must focus on healing only. Tanks must use Hyper Shield one after the other. Good luck, this is the last push. And that was DRS. It looks like a lot, but it's not really.
That was a lot.
All you have to do is remember to take things one at a time. While most content in Final Fantasy XIV is about learning and watching a guide, here,
don't lie to me,
it's
that was a
actually
lot.
more important to prepare properly. Once again, you will need everything from the holsters the Discord you will run with asks for. I hope this guide helped you give the confidence to try. This content deserves all your love and sounds scarier than it really is. Thank you for watching and have fun.
Honestly, the only saving grace behind all of this is the fact that you can't get yeeted out unexpectedly. Like in PA. Imagine if a boss did that. Yeah, imagine. Hello, Delta. Okay. I need to actually read through everything. Every button needs a body and every body needs a button. Got it wrong, Izum. That still, oh my gosh, that still actually triggers people to this day. I remember like needing to go through the Alliance raid after for the first time. The stress of seeing Ozma. Okay, I'm gonna turn background music up just a little while we read through the rest of it. Okay, made for field op enjoyers. This is the Discord that we are going to be going through, so this is their guide and the requirements that we need. Especially. I think I'm ready for DRS, and by that I mean ready to die to DRS. Oh yeah. Ready to die. I am ready. I was resigning myself to not clearing the first time, so it's okay. DRS is essentially made up of one door boss puzzle encounter followed by 4 extreme level fights, with a non-enraging trash fight between each one. This document contains everything you would need to know to be fully prepared for any learning or any prog run. You are not required to read this entire resource. That said, reading up on the encounters will greatly increase your odds of success. Joining your first run. If you're looking to get started, make sure to read through the any prog required reading section. While it is long, it is important to properly prepare yourself, as failure to do so might waste up to 47 other people's time. Many hosts on FOE will require you to read through it, as it has information they may not have time to discuss during the run. Recommended studying. If you're short on time, these 3 pages contain the most pertinent information for a fresh learner. We'll just start and go through. Okay. Any prog required reading. While this section is pretty long, there is no TLDR. Make sure you read any information relevant to your role as is expected. You understand them prior to joining your first run. If you don't properly prepare, you'll be wasting up to 47 other people's time, so be considerate. If you prefer a video instead of a wall of text, our European friend, Helios Danu, has made an excellent video guide that discusses not just the information below, but also basic info and tips for each fight, similar to what you can find in the fight-specific pages. Is that the video that we just watched? No, we watched Hobie's video. Wait, what is their character's name?
Member.
Oh yeah, Helios Danu. Joining a run. The recruitment post for the run will always mention how to join. Find the run in the DRS recruiting channel and read it. Typically, most hosts will either have a link to sign up or will open the PF for anyone to join at a certain time. They're juicy and crunchy and sweet, and they pop when you bite them, and there's no squishy ones. Nice. Korea has a breed of grapes called shine muscats that are really good. I don't know if they exist anywhere else. Good news, my migraine is going away. Congratulations. Okay. What do I play? What does each role do? There is no role in DRS that has zero responsibility. Generally, you should play whatever you are most comfortable playing in other content, since you'll need to be able to do your job's rotation while still doing mechanics. If you want a low responsibility role, you won't find one here. Melee DPS have a responsibility to do a high amount of damage, and if they don't, then the run will take longer and it's more likely to see the harder mechanics that happen later in the fights. Lower damage equals more mechanics equals more deaths. Physical range DPS not only need to do damage personally, but also carry a powerful party-wide buff that greatly increases everyone's damage. By providing a huge damage multiplier to your other party members, you contribute a ton of damage to the raid. Magical DPS. Carry Lost Cure 4 and act as the primary healer of the party in addition to dealing high personal damage. Not only are you responsible for your party's HP bars, you also provide a 10% buff as long as you can stay alive and deal the second highest damage of any role by default. Tanks. Find a middle ground between providing utility and damage, starting with damage boosting actions and slotting in utility actions like Lost Shell 2 and Lost Aether Shield in the latter half of the raid. While you may be asked to tank some adds, you'll almost never need to have aggro with the boss as a new player. Healers primarily provide utility in the form of Lost Arise and Lost Steel Sting and Spellforge, Lost Dispel, and Light Curtains, Lost Reflect. While their damage isn't negligible, it's still low enough that you can somewhat disregard damage to focus on mechanics or using Lost Arise on any dead DPS. That said, more damage equals less mechanics equals less death, so you should always do what damage you can. Tastes like, we have cotton candy grapes. Taste like what it says on the tin, much to everyone's disbelief. That's kind of like what stevia tomatoes are to, like, Korea, I guess. Just pure sugar. Okay, that means I have to go full power Dragoon. So the caster DPS or the lazy spot summoner wins again. I don't know. You technically the healer. Healers are rezzers. Love cotton candy grapes. We don't have them out here in Korea as far as I'm concerned. Holsters. Holsters are the common shorthand for the set of actions you'll be using in a run, since the thing you hold all the actions in is the Lost Finds holster. While we at FOE have our own set of recommended holsters, you should always read what each recruitment post and defer to their recommendations. Holster documents typically contain two sections. A pre-pop section that contains actions you should use at the start of the instance, and a holster or in-instance section that contains all the actions you'll need throughout the entire run. At the very start of the instance, there will be a Lost Finds cache for you to stock up with, so you should immediately use all of the stuff in the pre-pop section. Then refill your holster with the stuff in the in-instance section. It's really important that you understand that you can never go back to the cache once you start. Unlike in Delubrum Reginae normal mode, return is fully disabled and you only have access to whatever you use at the start and whatever you can fit in the Lost Finds holster. The visual guide to holsters here. If you notice you don't have space for all of the actions required of you, make sure you've completed the quest. Let me holster that for you. It requires just a few hundred gil and adds 10 extra points of space to your holster. If you're still below the limit, it's because you aren't ranked 25 yet. Luckily for you, you aren't required to be at rank 25 to do DRS, so it's recommended to ask the host what to remove to make space. Generally, you'll prioritize removing a resistance eraser or a couple light curtains, but changes are more drastic the lower your resistance rank. We don't really gotta worry about that. I think everyone that has gone through leveling with us has gotten their upgrade for their holster, yeah? And they're all at level 25, so... Okay, farming your actions. While getting everything may seem intimidating, hosts generally try to ensure their learning holsters are accessible as possible. Getting the actions yourself is often surprisingly easy. You can find information of how to farm each fragment on 14info.com/Baja, notably in Carter's and Celery's solo farming guide. Helios also has an excellent video guide showing you how to easily farm for resistance erasers yourself. Buying forgotten fragments is the fastest way to get what you need, but can be very expensive as the fragments for many common items like pure essences and banners of honor sacrifice often cost a ton of gil. I recommend only buying anything you can't farm quickly, like forgotten fragments of compassion. Asking others for actions can help you save a lot of time and gil, but it's dependent on others having them on hand. Whether you can't farm for what you need, can't afford to buy everything, or just forgotten action, many DRS regulars carry the most common forgotten fragments to hand out. Just make sure to ask before entering the instance since you can't trade inside. Is Delta at level 25? No, but we're not doing the run on Materia anyways. So this time around, Delta and Yuna are not joining us. But if they're ever going in a DRS run, I think a lot of us are down to help on Materia to fill parties and whatnot. There wasn't enough interest from people in Materia, and I think majority of people have moved over to NA. Okay, well, I'll just sit in VC. Let's see. Other preparations. Generally, hosts don't expect you to learn too much about the fights beforehand, unless otherwise specified. That said, you can get a great head start and increase your odds of survival by reading up on each of the fights and proper action usage. At minimum, you should read up on Trinity Avowed and Lost Actions for beginners. Trinity Avowed is by far the most difficult fight for new players as it revolves entirely around personal responsibility mechanics, so if you don't understand, you're quickly going to be dead and confused. Or understand and still be dead. Lost actions are the core of this content and proper usage is required to clear. To quote the JP Game 8 wiki, even the best players will deal half as much damage as a normal player without using them. Lost actions for beginners. The use of lost actions is not just expected, but required to clear DRS. Why is the S lowercase? Make sure you know how they work. All rolls. Resistance re-raiser should be used anytime you don't have the re-raise buff active. If you come back to life in a dangerous spot, like in an AoE or death wall, use the short invincibility to get to safety before using one. Light curtains are used throughout the instance to reflect certain AoEs, notably during the Queen's encounter. Healers will need extra for Queen's Guard and Stigmolic Lord. Role specific. Melee DPS use Font of Power plus Banner of Honored Sacrifice together every 2 minutes with your job's strongest abilities. If assigned, replace Banner with Rend Armor and alternate uses with the other assigned Ren user to keep 100% uptime. Physical range DPS. Use Font of Power every 2 minutes alongside your Dervish if you're the only Fizz ranged in your party. Multiple Fizz range can instead alternate uses of Dervish to keep the buff up permanently. Magical DPS. Use Font of Magic or Chain Spell every 2 minutes alongside your biggest damage actions. Cure Force should be used anytime your party takes damage, as well as at least once a minute to keep the 10% damage buff active. DPS focused casters can instead use Font of Magic and Chain Spell or Banner of Honored Sacrifice together every 2 minutes alongside their job's strongest abilities. Healers use Chain Spell every 2 minutes, and I like how every other one has every 2 minutes in italics and healers is just not. Small s to make it less scary. It was big S everywhere else, I'm pretty sure. Use Chain Spell every 2 minutes and use a Rise to raise dead players. You will also need to use several utility actions like Steel Sting, Spellforge, a Queen's Guard, and Dispel on several fights. White mages can replace Chain Spell with Seraph Strike, which should be used every minute as soon as it comes up. Okay, so sure, just not do Chain Spell and Seraph Strike. Only Seraph Strike. Got it. Tanks use Font of Power plus Banner of Honored Sacrifice together every 2 minutes with your job's strongest abilities. One tank per party will need to replace Banner at Trinity Avowed to give your party Shell 2 and Aether Shield. How to use your actions. You guys can go look at that individually. Healers. Once per raid. What is... Hello. It would be helpful if they had the names of these two on top of the symbols. Symbols, okay, raise 50% chance to work with Essence of the Divine. Only 15%, that's crazy. It doesn't apply Doom like it does in BA, right? Apply the opposite color of the tether using Queen's Guard. Use every 2 minutes with your party's damage buffs. Used to remove buffs on enemies. Required for Stake Lord and Queen. Use once a minute on the Bajin Phantom to keep the buff up. Once a minute with Thin Air, then use your biggest damage spells. Used to reflect orbs using Queen's Guard, Stake Lord, and Queen. Brings you back to life 70% of the time. Keep one active at all times. That's why the re-raisers are so powerful in Aja. Dynamis dice, it can raise the entire group. It can also wipe the entire raid. Awesome item. Just gamble. We love Gamba here. Slimes and Golems. The instance starts with 2 puzzle encounters, Slimes and Golems. Both are detailed here as it can't be guaranteed which side you'll do. Oh no, I will guarantee. Stick me in golems, wolf. For both encounters, no one should use lost actions unless specifically directed to. These encounters do not have a real damage check, so it's better to save those charges for the actual bosses. The main exception is Lost Perception, which is specifically slotted in for this encounter and replaced at Trinity Seeker. Slimes. Tanks need to grab green clots from the hallway and bring them to their rooms when called. Most hosts allow a 3-2-1 pattern with tanks grabbing 3 slimes and then 2. Healers keep tank alive and bring the last viscous clot to their room for their tank. I'm here to study. By study I mean hi and bye. We're on our way home. Have a safe drive home. DPS kill red sanguine clots in their assigned rooms. 3 traps will be hidden. Avoid entering rooms until they've been cleared with lost perception and avoid the orange and purple circles. DRS pocket explainer for slimes. Healers, keep your tanks alive. They will take auto attacks that hit harder the more green slimes they collect. Prepare the final slime. Your tanks will pull all but the last slime from the middle. It is your job to bring the last one into the room for them to provoke. Lovely. Tanks pull green slimes. You'll take turns pulling slimes from the middle of the hallway back to your room in room order using the 3-2-1 strategy. You'll first pull 3 green slimes, then 2. Once you have them, group them up on your pad and wait for a healer to bring in your last slime. Then use provoke and fuse it with your big slime. Kill red slimes. There will be, or DPS, kill red slimes. There will be red slimes dropping from the ceiling of your room. Pull them back to the far corner of your room and then kill them. Make sure to build gauge too. At the end of the encounter, run far away. Once tanks have fused their final slime, everyone needs to run through the north doors and get to the far east corner of the bridge. Healers should rescue anyone falling behind. Bajan soldiers. These spawn in the north and south of the hallways. Hallway tanks should aggro and hold them, as if left alone, they will do AoEs that cancel rupture. Golems. Golem tanks bring their assigned golem to its room and use interject when needed. Golem healers will keep their tank alive with their basic heals and use Asuna to remove a deadly bleed. Everyone not assigned to a role will go room to room, killing golems in order. Blue, white, green, then red. 3 traps will be hidden. Avoid entering rooms until they've been cleared with lost perception and avoid the orange and purple circles. Dear as pocket explainer for golems. Blue. Bleed Buster. Tank will be targeted with an AoE tank buster with a bleed that must be cleansed by a healer using Asuna. Metamorphose. Interrupt all casts with interject. White golems. Bleed Buster must be cleansed with Asuna. Metamorphose. Allow 1 cast to go off so the golem changes from blue to white. Once it's white, interrupt all further casts with interject. Okay, DPS, oh wait, hang on. Green golems. Ruin golems. Ensure your golem is kept in your room as it will absorb any nearby ruin golems. Metamorphose, interrupt all casts with interject. Red golems, let your fizz range deal with it. Hiding. The red golem will tether to the first person to attack it, and its auto attacks will become tank busters. Attack it so it tethers to you, then kite it around the room. Once the golem is low, the tank will invuln and center it on the red pad to be killed. Do you have a day that you're planning on this at this point? Yes, we do. It is next week. Jowser.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I still died twice.
You what twice?
I died twice in the run still.
Oh no.
I mean, I was paying attention to your stream at the same time, so like half the time I'm like, all right, let me listen to this, both of them, and the callouts at the same time, and I definitely confused myself.
No, yeah, Jowser. It is next week, so 21st, like late evening on the 21st for anyone in NA. 22nd if you are not in NA and on Asia side. Asia or European time is the 22nd. During our regular, like, Basha time. So, approximately starting 2 hours ago-ish. It's also in the Discord, Jowser, under events, if you're confused. That will have the exact date and time in your local time. Feels like I'm gonna end up doing this like BA learning on the go through calls. Yep. I was like, I can prepare ahead of time all I want. I still won't understand completely until I get there and do it myself a few times. And even then still die. Because I still die in BA.
Did Jowser sign up on the interest form or?
Good question. Jowser, did you fill out the pre-interest form? By chance? Anyone who has not filled out the pre-interest form, let me grab that for you guys.
I could check it out.
Where is
There'd
it?
be a lot more people than I thought would be joining. I hope you can fit everyone in there.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Where's the sign up? Did I move the sign-ups?
Don't know.
I know where it definitely is. Battle support. Okay. If you have not signed the initial interest form, it's now currently in Twitch chat. That is the Google's form for it. Just put that in there. We'll take a final count a little bit closer to the actual date, but this is just initial interest so that we have an idea of how many people we need to tell the raid host to expect from our end.
Yeah, they'll do their best to accommodate for everybody. 'Cause
Pretty
there
sure
are
I
a lot of roles.
Did is that's what you had at the tag? Yes, if you got tagged, yeah, then yes. I can't remember like all 18, 20 people that signed up. Like,
Yeah. I
It's
was
a lot.
counting that there was gonna be like 20 people joining in, so I told the host expect like 20 people, but then another random 8 might just pop out of nowhere.
yeah.
I actually went in as DPS, melee DPS this time.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. We're
I actually
reading.
did that.
We're reading through the guide now. I've gotten. We're in slimes and golems section.
You've seen the whole video, so you pretty much got it too.
Yeah, the video. Visual guide can only help so much.
The visual guide's pretty good though.
It is pretty good. Except we were definitely distracted by the fact that we're getting hit with a bunch of owies. Circle owies. Line owies. It is
Oh, yeah,
really
then I think-
detailed, I will say, but I am so sorry to say that the accent is one that actually distracted me from understanding.
I'm pretty sure Altina saw it in the beginning too for the accent footage. It was in French.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Sorry I'm late. This VOD gonna be up after? Yes, the VOD will be up on YouTube, not on Twitch, because Korea no get Twitch services. Thank you, Twitch.
You can also watch the 20-minute video now and hop in the VC and I can answer any questions.
Yeah. But it's really only reading the materials that were we were watching and reading the materials that were posted up in the DRS event thread, the information thread. Is it worth maxing out the relic weapon? Is a question.
I don't think so, because it don't require you to ever do it. I don't think it actually gives you any benefit in forays areas.
Thumbs up to your YouTube, thank you. Yeah, but VOD will be up. It should be up right now. You can watch the VOD live. But a lot of it is me getting distracted halfway and chatting. That's per usual. But we are reading through everything. And the other half of it was me reminiscing on the fact that this is Coil's trauma all over again. Okay, let's see. Slimes and golems were on perception. Traps in the encounter are revealed with lost perception, so they can be avoided. They may take up to a second to load depending on your ping and hard drive. That is insane. A total of 3 traps are hidden in each side. There's always one in the middle of the hallway, and there's 2 rooms with a trap. Make sure to find and reveal them all. Pre-check south rooms by standing against the center pillars and using lost perception once. If it says you sense a trap nearby, then there's a trap in that room. Run as fast as possible to percept the traps. The faster you do this, the faster people can enter the rooms and do their jobs. Slimy boys and golem gang. Helping Bunny and crew with treasure maps right now. Nice. So if I didn't need to max the relic, now I have to reorganize the relics I'm working on to get all the random maps. Oh well, it's gonna happen at some point. 100% I did not doze off mid-reading. Oi, Ian, wake up! Wolf, I need you to put me in Golem Gang. I do not want to deal with slimy boys.
Oh, well, it's only certain healers that do it, so you could end up just being a healer that's healing the party and not pulling anything.
Still prefer Golem Gang.
Okay. I'll see what happens.
I call a shotgun for Golem. See? It doesn't even matter. I've been through coils. I know what to expect with golems. Slimes can fuck off.
When I first did my clear, I ended up on Slimy Boy team, and I was one of the tanks that had to tank the slimes.
Boy. Hades! Shut up. Hades, I'm gonna need you to be one of the healers. There for my own protection, not for your own survivability. I know how bad coils are back in air. I don't want to go back there. So you want to go to golems, which was definitely a coils mechanic. Slimes is honestly harder. Do my best not to be horrible, you know, that's all we can ask. Can't wait to reap. Let me face my trauma. Yeah. Because at least TP doesn't exist. Very true. Trinity Seeker. The first boss Trinity Seeker features many rapid attacks back to back. Be ready to dodge as Seeker chains together the same mechanics from normal mode at double the speed. Yay, ping. All the ping players are gonna have such a fun time. Fourfold Mercy. The boss will telegraph 4 half-room cleaves and then execute them. Start on the opposite side of the first AoE and move to the next before the orange appears. Iron Splitter. Boss will jump to either sand or brick and stand on the opposite. Seasons of Mercy happens after every fourfold mercy. Dodge the ice checkerboard, then look away from the orb. Dodge another ice checkerboard, then move away from the pink AoE. Here we go, 250 plus ping. Pink owie, yeah, pink owie. Baleful Firestorm. Clones spawn on the outside of the arena with big explosion AoEs. Stand next to the first clone, then rotate behind them once they dash across. This is a downtime mechanic for melee. Imagine downtime. Baleful Blade. If the swords are glowing, get in front of a barrier. If they aren't glowing, get behind a barrier. Always comes with another mechanic, namely Baleful Firestorm and Iron Splitter. Basic mechanics. Mercy Fourfold. Dodge Sace Boss as called. Move before orange appears under your feet. Seasons of Mercy happens after every fourfold. Dodge line AoEs, then look away from the orb. Dodge ice AoEs again and move far away from the pink flower. Pink flower stems from boss, yeah?
What happened?
The pink flower?
It's actually just random.
Is it? Okay. It just happened
Yeah,
to be on boss in the video.
Yeah, it happens to be on boss sometimes on the video, but I'm pretty sure it's not on boss every single time.
Big explosions on the outside of the arena. Baleful Firestorm. Followed by large dashes from the clones. Full downtime. Run away from the boss and rotate around the arena after each dash. Iron Splitter. The boss will all of either... Huh? What? What is this English here? The boss will all of either the brown sand or the blue brick unsafe. That is some English. I thought I was having a stroke. Okay, boss will either be on blue or sand. Stand on opposite. Baleful Blade. Either get in front of a barricade or get knocked back, or hide behind one to dodge the deadly AoE. I'm not sure that's English. At this point, we would just be like gaslighting ourselves, you know? Queen's Guard. The second fight against the Queen's Guard features 2 mini phases against 2 enemies at a time, ending with a ramped up enrage sequence with split responsibilities. Be ready to resolve mechanics as they usually come 2 at a time. Queen's Guard. Warrior and Knight. Tether. Both of them. Bosses will tether. If yellow tether, apply Spellforge. If purple tether, applies Steel Sting. Are those opposite colors or the same colors?
If it's yellow tether, you want
Spellforge purple.
Yeah.
So opposite colors.
And it'll be very obvious too, because when you start the fight, the 2 enemies are going to be pulled against each other, and then you're going to see a line get connected between them. It's going to be a big fat line with a circle in the middle of it that's yellow or purple.
Yeah, but that indicates the boss's powers, right? Whether they're resistant to magic or physical.
Yes.
Our spells have to be the opposite color.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just checked. I was like, Spellforge is purple, meaning if boss is yellow, we go purple.
Purple,
Yeah. Hello, Aaron. Welcome in. Okay.
The way they usually set it up though is they'll give everyone Spellforge or the yellow one, and then once that point happens, you already have the buff, and if you see you need the other color, you can just take it off. Keep it off. Yeah.
Bomb slinger. If you see one tether, go to a small bomb. If you see 0 or 2, go to a large. Or just run for your life after you fall. Shield Sword Omen 1 for the knight. For Sword Omen, go to a bomb on the wall. For Shield Omen, get knocked back towards the knight to a bomb. Do not be in the knight's path. Do not be in the knight's path. Yes, I remember that from yesterday.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
We're like, oh yeah, that happens. Gunner and soldier. Boss will apply the unseen debuff, giving you a semicircle with a gap. Point it towards the incoming damage. First a raid wide from the center, then line AoEs from the wall. Okay, so show hole to center, then to appropriate walls. Great Ball of Fire boss will spawn 4 fireballs that turn into frogs. Stand between the 2 small fireballs once they move. Icy Fiery Portent. Boss will telegraph fire. Ice fire is a pyretic. Stop attacking, stop moving, all hands off keyboard, everything. Sheath your weapon. Ice is a freeze, keep moving. Gun turrets. Spawns adds that must be killed. Tanks will need to get aggro and invuln a tank buster. Ethereal wards. Aura spheres must be killed or starts killing random players. Tanks should build aggro and invuln if they have the little danger marker. Spiritual spheres, the white spheres. Reflect users will need to stand under their assigned orbs and use light curtain or lost reflect to kill them. Coat of arms. Wards will be shielded on 2 sides, giving runes to and knocking back attackers. Stop attacking when you see the cast bar. And that counts for dots as well, which is crazy work. Basic mechanics. Magic and... wait, we were running around... oh, wait, no. Magic on physical invulnerability. The Night Warrior will make themselves nearly immune to either physical or magical damage. Healers will need to use Steel Sting and Spellforge, so their party can do damage. Sword Shield Omen, the knight will cast this to signal their next mechanic. Sword Omen signals a mechanic where you need to go away from the middle, while Shield Omen signals one where you need to get near the middle. Oh, just shield and sword. Reversal of forces. The warrior will tether players to reverse where they need to go to resolve the next mechanic. You can check if you're tethered by wiggling around or looking for a purple debuff with scales. Listen to the caller and go where they say based on if you were tethered or not. Reading. The gunner will place a semicircle on you with 1 open sight. The side will need to be pointed first towards the gunner in the center, then towards whatever turret is pointing at you on the wall. Aura spheres. During the final enrage sequence, tanks will need to generate enemy on the aura spheres, so the red ones in the north and the south, while DPS kill them. They will try to kill the highest target in aggro, so whichever tank gets a red marker above their head should use invuln, then turn off their tank stance. If not killed fast enough, they'll need to kill two, or they'll instead kill two random players. Spiritual spheres, white spheres. Healers will be assigned to use light curtains to reflect the orbs, AoEs back on them. Make sure to reflect both assigned orbs, as missing any will apply a raid-wide damage down and do damage. Trinity Avowed. This fight is by far the most challenging for learners, primarily consisting of personal responsibility mechanics that you must solve yourself. Be ready to read your debuffs and resolve mechanics based on them. It is highly recommended to watch one of the fight POVs linked below. For mechanics. Temperature. During every phase you will get a temperature. You must even out your temperature by the end of the phase or die. Elemental brand. In the second half of the fight, you'll also be given a brand. This debuff will apply to your temperature at the end of the phase. Quick March. When this debuff expires, it will send you in a direction. You will be moved 2 squares without sprint. It is based off of the direction that you're facing, yeah?
Yes, it is based off the direction you're facing.
Yeah, my dumbass accidentally turned around yesterday.
Yeah.
And then went into the wall, and I was like, fuck me.
I was doing the other portion where you have to do the arrows that go down the pipelines. There's a force march in there too at the same time. Where you have to land into the correct one.
Yeah.
And I spent too much time trying to see where the pipes were going. I walked right into the wall.
Oh dear. Glory of Baja. A deadly raid wide that should be mitigated with Aether shields and healed with Cure 4. Bow phase number 1. Wrath of Baja. Tank buster that must be shared by at least 3 tanks. Flames of Baja. The boss will summon a pillar of fire on the east or west wall. Move to the opposite wall using a quick march. Shimmering Shot. The boss will summon arrows on the far wall and lines in the fire. Arrows go down the lines, taking every turn possible. Bow phase number 2. The differences. Instead of a quick march, you'll need to dodge line AoEs, then run away from the fire pillar. During Shimmering Shot, players will also need to resolve Elemental Brand and Quick March debuffs. Ends with a Tank Buster. Bow phase 2 is a doozy. Sword phase number 1. Unwavering Apparition. The boss summons 3 clones and becomes untargetable. Blade of Entropy. The boss and its clones cleave one side of the arena, leaving only 1 square hit by nothing. You'll need to resolve your temperature by going 1 square cardinal from the safe square on the side of the needed cleave. Do not go to a square diagonal of the safe square. The boss will do these cleaves twice, getting you plenty of time to get your bearings and resolve your temperature. Sword phase number 2. Differences. The exact same as before, except with an added elemental brand. Staff phase number 1. Freedom of Baja summons meteors in the corners of the arena that explode at end of the mechanic. The explosions cover the entire area, meaning anyone who dies and revives has no save spot. Find the meteor that resolves your temperature and use your quick march to get sent to it. That phase number 2, the differences. Instead of a quick march, you will need to walk to their meteor and dodge line AoEs. You'll also need to resolve an elemental brand. Healers should make sure they not only don't raise players during this phase, but also don't use Limit Break 3. Wait until after the mechanic if it's available. That phase is fuck all. If we all die there, we're dead.
Yeah.
basic mechanics. Gloria of Baja, the temperatures, elemental brand, and quick march. Elemental brand. In the second half of the fight, you also get an elemental brand debuff applied. This debuff alters your temperature at the end of each phase, meaning your goal is changed to be getting your temperature opposite the brand during the phase. You can also think of it like numbers, where an Ice 2 brand is -2 and a Fire brand is Fire 1 brand is +1, with your goal being to end at 0. Sure, I guess if you're math oriented. Quick March. The debuff will send you roughly a third of the arena in a direction depending on your character's facing. Make sure to stop attacking and line up your character when the debuff is about to expire. Yeah, because that's what got me. Attacking turned me.
Happens to me all the time.
Yep. I'm just gonna go through just Art of Warring. Don't care. Not efficient. At least Art of War doesn't turn me.
Staying alive is the most efficient thing.
Art of War is a gain on 2. Don't even care if it's on 1. Like, don't even care if it's a gain or not. At least it doesn't turn me. Bow phase. No, literally during Trinity Avowed, watch me go through an Art of War only. So we're gonna be like, what? And I'm like, don't worry about it, Kay, I'm new here. Need to resolve mechanics before dealing damage. Bow phase. During this phase, the boss will make you trace elemental arrows down a set of pipes. Remember that arrows go down the path, taking any turn available to them. Can't help it, it's a meme. A creator called Misshapen Chair beat that term to death, back to life, and then to death again. Sander, remember how we both died to that? I'm glad that someone had the same brain cell as me that day. It is not just me, okay? I swear to God, those paths look like you can walk on them. They're not covered in fire. Like the floor is lava, not the paths, okay?
I'm wondering, why would you run to the arrows?
I thought I had to get to the arrows, you know? I didn't realize they were arrows until like way later. I'm like, I've played ladders before. You follow the ladders down to the end spot that you need to go to. I was like, yo, that's so disorienting as a player who actually does ladder games. I was like, I thought I was the moving object who had to get over to where I needed to go, you know? It's so funny. I love how we did it in the exact same moment too, Spence. We saw the ladders and our Asian minds were just like, go. Like, I think I have never honestly seen ladders until I moved to Korea. At least not in this sense of the ladder game. Sure. Is Wolf having Discord troubles? Sword phase. During this phase, the boss will go untargetable and summon clones. Welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah, my internet decided to just die right there.
No. Oh, I just realized something. I do not have Discord on my Chrome scenes. There we go. Now you can see Wolf in the corner. Sword phase. During this phase, the boss will go untargetable and summon clones. You need to go to the safe spot that's called out, find the sword with the temperature needed, then step out to a tile next to the safe marker and get hit. Going cardinal and not intercards. Do not be diagonal of the safe marker ever. You can practice this mechanic with this helpful simulator. Nah. We don't do that.
I'm just gonna wing it.
If I die, I die.
Okay.
I do not sim stuff ahead of time. This is as blind as possible. I will figure it out or die trying. Staff phase. During this phase, the boss summons meteors on the intercardinals. Find the meteor you need based on your temperature and end in the giant explosion it does. Do not get hit with overlapping explosions. Easier said than done. Okay, Stiglord. While considered a trash fight, this encounter features an incredibly dangerous ad phase that must be respected. This section will only explain the mechanics of this ad phase, as the rest of the fight is incredibly basic. Basic for the average player or basic for reader?
Raiders, I'd say.
Yeah, probably. I was gonna say. Okay. Basic mechanics. Death wall. At the start of ads phase, the majority of the arena will turn into a giant death zone, leaving 2 cog-shaped safe zones. The majority of healers will be on the innermost ring, with the rest of the raid on the outer ring. Okay. And as not per coils, it is a death wall. Not a you can walk through this blue wall. Entrapment. Shortly into the ads phase, there will be a trap spawned between each of the outer ring's cardinals. Do not leave the cardinal markers until tanks have used their invuln to explode the traps. Fateful words. All players will get a debuff that, when triggered, will either pull them in or push them away from the boss. You will need to stand in the correct inner or outer notch based on your debuff. You must stand in the correct notch. Failure leads to an instant death, because you will be pulled into the death wall or pushed into it. Devastating bolt. Dodge into any notches in the ring to dodge this attack, then dodge out of any orange AoEs under your feet. This is... Devastating bolt will be like the everybody needs a button except it's one side of a notch or the other. While standing your notch, everybody needs a notch.
Yeah. Every notch needs a body, everybody needs a notch.
Well, not necessarily. The Queen. The majority of the Queen's mechanics can be easily called out. However, there are a few personal responsibility mechanics you will need to resolve. Super Chest. Super Chest is made up of 3 parts. Starting square, you will get 2 of the debuffs pictured below. Add them together to get your total of 5, 6, or 7. Then stand on the called square for your number. First movement. Move into the safe column. Then move up it until your dots disappear and no further. If you get a red spike, move back or die. Second movement, move into the glowing square no matter what. Relentless Play. Relentless Play 1. Move away from the north swain glow lines. Then move to lightning or wind puddles. Finally, point your gap to the raid wide in the northwest and lines from the wall. Relentless Play 2. Get knocked away from the Queen's Cleave. Then go to a non-tethered clone away from the cleave. Full downtime. Relentless Play 3. Get in or out from the knight on the side with no spike, then dodge the bouncing bullet turrets. Relentless Play 4. Pop arm's length and stand on your bomb, then resolve fiery ice portent. Sovereignty. Sovereignty gauge. When it hits 100, 5 orbs will spawn and do huge AoEs. Players with light curtains should stand under them, and those without should stay away. Once reflected, all players should get in the bubble. Healers should also dispel the 4 buffs on the boss. Are there people assigned to like reflect and versus dispel? Or
Yes, there are.
okay, so
There are some people.
not expected to switch.
Yeah, I think every party is gonna have a dispeller and a reflector.
Okay. Other mechanics. Empyrean Inequity. Deadly raid wide that should be mitigated with Aether Shield and healed with Cure 4. Cleansing Slash. Tank Buster that must be mitigated with Paladin or Gunbreaker Invuln or Asuna and Tank Swapped. Basic mechanics. Empyrean Inequity and God Save the Queen. Much like Trinity Avowed, the Queen has 2 hard-hitting raid wides that should be mitigated with Lost Aether Shield and then healed with 2 to 3 casts of Cure 4. Cleansing Slash. Deadly Tank Buster that should be mitigated with a True Invuln from a Paladin or Gunbreaker. Super Chest. During this full downtime phase, all players will get 2 of 3 debuffs. You willing 5, 6, or 7. Based on your total, go to the square your color tells you. Once you get dots above your head, move into and up the designated column until they disappear and no further. If you keep moving after the dots disappear, you will have 3 seconds to move back or you will die instantly. Sovereignty Relentless Play. We kind of already read through all of this. DPS resources, tank resources, healer resources. I'm not reading through all of this. Read your role at your own discretion. Healer
I
resources.
think some of those are more advanced, but
Yeah.
most of them are pretty good.
Lost Full Cure. Full Cure is a very powerful and surprisingly cheap action for healers on any run type. Instead of bringing an action like Chain Spell or Seraph Strike, you can bring Full Cure to provide a ton of utility and increase your healing output without needing raise. Plus, if you slot it in at the start, you can hold onto it and use just one of the action the whole instance, making it very cheap compared to other advanced actions like Blood Rage and Excellence. What does it do? Lost Full Cure does 2 things. Fully restores the HP and MP of any nearby party Yo. The MP, though. Applies auto potion and auto ether to any nearby party members. How do we use it? Typically, you'll want to use it twice on each of the 4 main fights, with the other 2 left over for wherever else it's needed. Your first use should be at least a minute before the boss is pulled, and the second should be right before the 2-minute burst window. Why should we use it? Lost Full Cure is actually one of the most powerful lost actions that healers have access to, and it has 2 main purposes. First, it provides MP sustain to magical DPS and Dark Knights who desperately need it, allowing those casters to keep using Font of Magic. Second, it allows you to heal the party when your Cure 4 caster goes down without needing Rays of Succor. who benefits from it. As said before, the primary beneficiaries are magic DPS and dark knights. For each one of these in your party, you effectively added 10 ether kits to their holster for no weight cost on their part. This extra space helps everyone, as new casters can bring more resistance re-raisers, while the experienced tanks and casters can instead focus fully on damage. Yeah, it'll also help all of the dead healers. Solo healing. While being the only healer in your party can seem scary, it's not really that bad. Outside of Queensguard, solo healing is basically the same as having a co-healer. If you're really worried, here's some tips to ensure your success. On Queensguard, you'll need to give out Steel Sting and Spellforge by yourself, and there are two main ways of doing so. If you expect the boss to die fast, you should apply Spellforge to everyone in your party before pulling, then slot in Steel Sting if it's needed. This is often referred to as gambling. If you don't expect the boss to die fast, you should instead wait for the color tether to appear and slot in the opposite color and apply it to everyone. Generally, you should be ready to use a rise on any key rolls in your party who go down. This is especially important during Trinity, Avowed, and the Queen, as your Cure 4 caster and Aether Shield tank are crucial to keeping everyone alive. Wow, imagine a caster being prioritized. If you can't get them up and you try to keep the party alive with your healing abilities, or lost full cure if you have it, but be wary of the buff cap. There's a buff cap?
Yeah, there's some buff cap in all for his content, because there's so many random buffs coming from all places, and then if you go over the buff cap, whatever ability or buff you put on afterwards just gets deleted.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've lost my invuln because of that before.
Whoa, that's actually crazy.
Yeah, I was just like, oh yeah, I'll take this tank buster, and I put it on, I just died from the hit afterwards.
And you're like, what happened?
Yeah.
What is the buff cap?
20, I think? I gotta check.
That's crazy. That's a lot. There's slightly more pressure than normal to survive if the kill times are long, as you'll be the only provider of Limit Break 3. That said, tanks often carry lost sacrifice to raise any healers who are dead, as LB3 is available, so don't worry too much. Essence of the Profane. This special essence provides a large boost in damage but requires significant external support and carries heavy risk. Do not use this essence without host permission. Doing so is a quick way to find yourself left dead on the ground. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, you want a duel?
Oh, you must be joking.
No, there's a specific person that does that.
Yeah.
You can check it out. It's pretty cool.
I'm kind of curious as to like what the other... Hang on. We'll just read DPS and tank resources just for funsies. Chaining. Mimic chaining is an easy way to increase your damage on any DPS by slotting in just one extra action during the opener. You'll increase that opener's damage by 65%. How-tos. This guide shows the slotting you'll do at the start of each major fight. How to mimic. I like the little images thing.
Oh yeah, Lynn uses that so much as the emote, and I was actually practicing this today. That's why I went in.
The start of the fight, simply use excellence, then slot your primary. Mimic chaining is a very simple way to increase. Common mistakes and how not to make them. Use Mimic before pulling. You can't use it once the boss is pulled, so if you want to apply a Dervish or Cure 4 pre-pull, do so when the countdown starts, not when it's about to end. Ensure you slot over your Lost Excellence with a useful action. While it's expensive, holding on to Excellence through a whole fight is a huge damage loss, even compared to not bringing it at all. Like, that's actually crazy. Do as much as you can in the opener. A large part of your damage in DRS comes from the opener with Excellence's boost. Focus on dealing as much as you can during the small 30-second window. Wait to use Font of Power or Magic until after slotting over Excellence. You can get a few extra seconds of the massive damage boost the fonts provide by waiting to use it until after all the overslotting is done. Always check the target's Reminiscence buff before mimicking them, as many casters and Fizz range will want to wait until the countdown begins to slot in Excellence. Doing so allows them to apply Bravery and Dervish respectively to their parties early, meaning they can wait to slot in that second action until after their opener. In DRS, more damage means seeing less mechanics, which means less deaths. As a DPS, especially a melee DPS, doing damage is the main reason you're there. If you want to improve your damage and make clearing easier, make sure you have read your tooltips. The action tooltips explain exactly what each action does. So if you don't understand all your buttons, then this should be your first stop. If you're struggling to understand what any of your abilities do, I recommend checking the balance for basic information on how jobs work. Make sure you have learned your opener. A large number of your damage contribution in DRS is concentrated in your opener and any subsequent 2-minute bursts. The opener especially deals a ton of damage and sets you up for success, so practicing is very important. Refer to the pins of Baja Science in FOE for the most up-to-date info. Make sure you practice your rotation. There are striking dummies in the Bajan Southern Front and Zadner, so if you need to get used to your opener or haste boosted rotation, go practice on them. This is also a great place to practice slotting in actions for mimic chaining or just seeing how different actions work. Make sure you get comfortable with the fights. The biggest damage loss is death. So if you want to raise your damage, you'll need to first be comfortable with all the mechanics. As you get your deaths down, you can also start using higher damage action loadouts like the ones used for mimic chaining. I have a question. What's a tooltip? Lost Flare Star. Lost Flare Star is a special action usable only by magical DPS and limited to one user per raid. It has the highest potential damage of any role as well as the most room for failure, so educating yourself on how to use it properly is crucial. I have a question on Reginae Double Edge. Let's see. Tank resources. Blood Rage. Blood Rage is the powerful action tanks can use to greatly boost their damage and potentially their utility too. Common mistakes and how not to make them. Don't forget that Blood Rage gives 1 stack of the buff upon activation. If you're confused about how actions work as a whole, read the guide linked above and then try it out yourself. Remember not to use any ability with a cooldown longer than 30 seconds before activating Blood Rush. Using them under Blood Rush will grant extra uses and a huge damage boost. Don't enter Blood Rush right before downtime. Fights like Trinity Avowed and Queen have long periods of downtime that might happen right before or right after entering Blood Rush. For Trinity Avowed specifically, you'll want to wait to use your second use of Blood Rage if the sword's mechanics happens third. Do a lot of damage during Blood Rush. It may seem obvious, but Blood Rush provides a huge damage bonus, especially when combined with Font of Power. Focus on doing as much damage as possible during the short window. Main tanking. The main tank of the raid has a large amount of responsibility, as there are several mechanics based on the boss's facing. If you want to try your hand at it, it is recommended you have a decent understanding of the instance, and ideally be able to clear with no deaths, or at least have someone to back you up. Impetus Chaining. Impetus Chaining is an advanced Blood Rage tech that uses Lost Impetus and an extra Blood Rage action to get about 60% uptime on the Blood Rush buff. Remember to always ask for permission if you plan to Impetus Chain, as it is a somewhat controversial tech. Even if the host gives permission, make sure to let your party know they'll be receiving a speed boost periodically. As while the impetus makes solving mechanics easier, it can also mess up some players' muscle memory. In essence of the irregular. This special essence provides a large boost in damage, but requires significant external support and carries heavy risk. Do not use this essence without host permission. Doing so is a quick way to find yourself dead on the ground. Using this essence in DRS requires not just host permission, but also at least 8 rays of fortitude and enough experience to clear the instance with no stacks of ruin, as any failed mechanic will instantly kill you. Dueling. What is the duel? The duel in DRS is a special one-on-one encounter that has several gotcha mechanics that kill you immediately if failed. When cleared, it grants the duelist a buff that doubles all stats, including HP, healing, and most importantly, damage. As it's such an important role, most hosts ask that you study the fight before attempting to do it. Below are resources to ensure your success in both during and after the duel. Duel guides. Skipping entrapment 1 is a DPS. In the duel, the entrapment 1 mechanic forces a long period of downtime and requires a bit of knowledge of the possible patterns to duel efficiently. Because of this, many people choose to bring a Lost Excellence in order to use its invulnerability effect and skip it instead of doing the mechanic with Lost Perception. But what are the pros and cons to this entrapment 1 skip? There are 2 main reasons to skip entrapment 1. First of all, the damage bonus of Lost Excellence as well as the extra uptime means you'll be killing earlier than if you did the mechanic normally. This means you may skip an extra mechanic or more, and it is especially helpful if doing the duel on a lower damage job like Dancer or Bard. Secondly, it obviously makes the duel easier. While entrapment 1 isn't exactly a difficult mechanic, failing to do it means instant death. So if you're dueling for the first time, it can be a big help. If you're new, it may even help you kill before entrapment 2, which can also be a pretty difficult mechanic the first time you see it. There's only one big downside to bringing excellence, but it's pretty major. You lose a significant amount of space in your holster because you're having to hold onto excellence until entrapment 1. You typically need to bring a dispel and an extra perception in your holster. While 7 weight of action may not seem like much, all the most powerful holsters you can bring as a duelist require at least 96 space. If you want to bring as much damage as possible, you simply cannot do the excellence skip. Interesting. If you want to see the skip in action, here are the POVs. Dual POVs. This playlist contains POVs of nearly everything from all mechanics on melee to irregular tank to healer. If you want to see what the duel looks like on your roll, check it out. After the duel, once you've cleared the duel, it's your job to make use of the fact that you do twice as much damage. To do this, make sure you've read upon ways to increase your damage output like mimic chaining, blood rage, and any other information in the DPS or tank sections. Cam's holster also have specific holsters for dueling, though these have no space for re-raisers. Detailed fight info. Video guides and POVs. Vesper 14 has guides for each boss separately. Strategies may be different from what is used in FOE, but core mechanics are still the same. 3 different guides to super chess, including 2 different methods to resolve it. Mechanic simulators.
Super chess gets a lot of people.
Yeah. Timeline and text guides. The most complete set of timelines available. A guide with advice primarily for calling, but also for reading and resolving mechanics. A visual set of timelines with explanations on key mechanics. Notably contains one of the best methods for solving chess 1. Honestly, oh my god. What do you mean the file does not exist?
Oh wow. Guess it's old.
Honestly, like reading call guides are like one of the best ways to learn. Calling is literally the best way to learn anything. I feel like I've learned the most anytime I've had to call anything. I guess now is the time for any other questions that chat has while Wolf is here. I need to run to the restroom real quick.
Alright, stay around here. Yeah, if there's any questions, feel free to ask. And I mean, I'll be chilling here for a while. Oh yeah, you can also save them, so you can do a pre-holster and then an actual holster. So that way you walk in with the pre-holster, pop it all before the ring even clears, and then go to the chest, and then switch to your other loadout. That way you know you always got everything you need. That's what I do. I always prep up 2 different holsters or 2 different loadouts. Nice. If there's any need, if you guys need any help with gathering re-razors, any lost fragments that you may need for the run, just feel free to ask. Even the hosts themselves, they have a bunch that they're willing to just give for free for people who need them the day of the raid. Yeah, you're stocked, definitely. Most of the mechanics, it's good to read up on them and kind of get a little bit familiarity with them, but you'll definitely learn them once you experience them yourself.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thanks. Holsters. Smart action swapping. When swapping actions, it's generally better to keep your damage action slotted. Consider it a static spot that will never change. This frees your second duty action to be freely changed from Steel Sting Spellforge. Arise or dispel as needs change. If necessary, you might have to slot over a 3/5 Arise plate, even if it's a little awkward. Oh, don't even talk to me about replacing Raise. It is... BA has me prepared to just ditch the rest of my Raise plate. You only gotta use it once. And then you're like, yeah, well, there goes the whole Raise plate.
Yeah, Patton, you don't need to get the gear. I need to check what class you're going in as.
Probably a paladin.
Is it paladin?
Dragon. Oh, interesting.
Oh, okay, well, never mind then. Well, your class, I think, will benefit from the haste buff, but there's someone who will be running Dervish.
No.
So.
Tanking in any, like, field ops raid, if you're not, like, the main tank, aren't you just blue DPS?
Yes. In all these mechanics, you are blue DPS, but if you are if you're not the main tank, you're blue DPS, but you still have a responsibility for your main party. So, tanks who are not the main tank, there's always one tank inside the party that has lost Aether Shield, which you're gonna have to slot, and you have to do it every time a specific AoE comes out, or else your party almost gets killed.
Fun times.
Yeah, but don't worry, the host will literally call out, it's like, hey, tanks, slap, lost Aether Shield, and that's it. Before every one of those mechanics comes out. I think the only time you should be scared is when you do the slime phase, if you end up volunteering to be one of the slime tanks.
Far safer to be Dragoon. I don't know. needing to do damage, a lot of damage is
Yeah.
more.
You might be so focused on doing damage, you might forget.
Just reading it, I was like, yo, being a melee sounds like it sucks for D. I was like, yo, as a healer, I barely even got a heal. Great, I just need to waste my actions as always.
Like the melee DPS information is like, learn how to play your role by going to the balance and then come back.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. Oh my god, I don't think I've ever heard passive aggressive know how to play your fucking role. Everyone else is just like being chillin'. So then if Dragon needs the Lost Order gear, I can get that. The augmented might be rough if I need the haste.
Oh, for the Law and Order gear, you won't be able to get it because you need to get the materials from Delubrum Reginae Savage because they drop those materials. You can just get the basic gear, which comes from getting the coins in the first zone. The
Bashan coins.
If you have an earring, that's all you need, honestly. The earring is really good.
If you need any of the... Do I need my Bashan coins for anything else?
No, unless you want to make another armor set that has the haste buff. Or if you want to buy the other armor sets for
You're in Castrum. Hello, where was the invite? Oh my god, Sandra, Chocobo inventory. Oh yeah, my Chocobo inventory is kind of like messed up right now because it has all of the retainer clothing in there still. Once I empty it out, it's only a page.
The earring is definitely helpful. The gear is if your class needs more haste. But the gear is not necessary because it does require farming and some money if you want to buy the materials.
Or you could just be lucky.
That too. Okay.
I think Even gave me one of the secrets that I had. I'm not sure. I definitely got one myself though.
Yeah.
One of the two, and then you bought my 3.
Yeah, I had extra coins. So.
I have a large amount of coins right now. I have 599.
Yes, the Nog augmented one has no haste. Since it's such a grind to get the haste for the gear, you don't need to get it. And it's not really going to change too much. Because honestly, what the haste gear does is you get 1 GCD in your burst extra or something.
Any role you feel we want to be lacking on, or are we going to be lacking on so I can decide what to play?
Let me check, actually. Because there's a lot of...
There's a lot of DPS, I'm pretty sure. But we also have a lot of people who can flex. I honestly would say I think a lot of people are afraid of tanking.
You know, I realized I cleared out the section that has your responses for what roles you're gonna play, so I can't see them anymore.
Ah.
No. In individual responses anymore.
Wait. Oh no.
Well.
Hang
I mean,
on.
it doesn't matter, because once they apply, they'll be picking up roles.
Means I can't even see them.
Yeah. I know I'm going in as tank, so we got like one tank at least.
I don't know. My general opinion for like these in particular, these field ops raids in particular, is the more experienced the healer is, the better for raises, so that they don't die in the middle of trying to raid somebody. I just like to suffer, clearly, so
Combat res is wild.
healing it is.
Oh yeah, the casters are the healers.
I always love how like the casters are the healers, and yet the healers like support actions are always like the most expensive ones. I'm just like, oh god, here we go again. I'm gonna need the most amount of like fragments and whatnot. I love how when I was in Eric's party for Cassie farming yesterday, I was like, so Eric, where do I go to get paid for all the raises I've done? Not that I've even stepped into BA recently. He's like, Pier 1, Zervin. And I was like, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm actually like fully stacked now. And then he's like, oh, like, but I can only offer conceptuals because I think you are pretty set on everything else. And I'm like, yeah. Not only that, but like every single time that he's handed me like a whole entire stack of like the fragments, I always just share it with everyone else. Or logograms. Fragments or Baja. So what, tanker caster?
Honestly, yeah, tanker caster. The thing is that there's so many any DPS roles because you can have multiples of the same role. For example, I got one. There are like 16 any DPS roles for these runs. So it doesn't really matter what you play. And then there's going to be people who are going to be doing dervish and stuff. So there's literally like... There's only 8 tanks, 7 healers, and the rest are just straight up DPS.
Good night, Ian. Read this again later. Yeah, read it multiple times.
So honestly, just play whatever you're comfortable with, and then you'll get slotted depending on what we need. Do have a
What is this?
backup role in case we need to put you somewhere else.
What is a rarefied titanium gold thorned corselet?
It's a collector's item, right?
I don't know. It's fine, Ian. I was just curious. I know you were trying to tell Mord.
I'll let you know when the sign up form comes up because I think Lynn's taking a break from hosting this previous one.
Probably like, I mean, the time that we estimated was day or two before, yeah?
Oh, for the roster, it's usually a day before. Yeah.
You found it something on treasure drops? Oh, interesting. Okay, what do I want to do now? I'm probably gonna go and try and finish my relic step. Or maybe I would like to go get metal instead. Izum, how long are you gonna be up and farming inside of Zadner or Basha or wherever you are? That'll decide whether I'm doing my relics or not. Yes, I see. Okay, to crystal I go. Oh, this is not a safe zone. Oh, interesting.
Is this not a safe zone?
It's not.
I always log out here.
That's what I thought I did last time too, but there's no moon symbol. Or like, it may be a safe zone to like log out, but it doesn't give you the rested EXP. And join for some metal farming? Sure. We're gonna be on crystal. Let me change my notification. BC World NA Crystal Marlboro.
What am I gonna do today?
What are you gonna do?
It's a good question.
Go to sleep sometime soon, maybe.
Might hit up Books and ask him if he wants to watch anime. Watched like one episode of that show and never continued.
Books' favorite one, what was it? Oh wait, which one are you talking about?
Just watched the new one that came out, which was the Sentence to Be a Hero, and then we never watched after the first episode. And then he got me to binge
You can
something taxi.
Sorry.
Odd Taxi, that's what it was.
Paladin, you can just join from Goblin. It's a habit of mine to either go to Diablos or Marlboro, honestly. Fun. Books and I are watching Freerun Season 2. But it's airing, and I forget that I am spoiled in the sense that watching like K-dramas and stuff means that like every week that it updates I get like at least an hour's worth of watch time. Versus like animes, I'm like, what do you mean I waited a whole week for 20 minutes or less? I was like, yo, it's not worth it. Let me just wait until the whole entire season is finished and just binge it one day.
I feel the same way because the medical dramas I watch are like an hour long.
Yeah.
Are you caught up on Freerun?
No. Not yet. We skipped last week too. So I don't know if Books watched it by himself or not. Ding donk, is Bugs here?
I just sent him a message on Discord and see what happens.
It's probably playing Neo 3. If not on the moon.
Alright, we're watching anime. Let's go!
Have fun.
I got like a whole box of brownies that are gonna get torn up right now.
Ah, something popped. Never cry wolf. Oh.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. That's good metal right there.
Is your favorite? Your non-favorite?
No, that one's the one that I like. That one's the one that starts the duel.
Oh.
Yeah, you can do the duel, yeah. Let's go.
No duels for me, thank you very much.
I think I felt every single one for the second zone that we've been into.
OFG. Wait, I'm by myself currently.
Damn, all those people lost the game already.
Literally in chat, they're like, I already screwed up, fuck.
Yeah, everyone already just... I think everyone's out.
Yep.
You don't lose rank. No, you do.
Perfect. Ah.
Did you read a cast?
No. My snapshot got me.
Normal bounties? Let me check. Someone brought it to the house.
Don't even know if they're normal or not. That's crazy.
Okay, so I went to the living room and they sat down. I'm like, whose brownies are those? And he says, oh, I brought it for everyone. I'm like, cool, that means for me.
Oh my god, did that cast just take 1,000,000 years for me to be able to get it? That's crazy work.
I was back. I was touching that.
Crazy work. I swear I was out of that thing. The game hates me. Fuck yeah, I can't agree to cast here. Wait, where is... Oh, I'm in a different party from... Izum, where are you? Oh, someone was able to actually get the duel. Wow, the paladin covered me. Oh, right, you're in cash front, my bad. Daliata. Ow. I brought a friend.
Someone went into the duel? Oh, snap.
Yeah.
That's nice. I actually did not grab the brownies. They were actually chocolate fudge brownies, but I saw they were unopened, and I got a strict rule of if someone brings a box of pastries, I won't eat it until someone else opens it.
What?
That way I give everyone else a chance before I eat most of it.
Why don't you just open it and take one piece? Or like two.
Because I'm the only one awake, and I'm definitely not gonna have that restraint.
Uh-oh.
Aw, yeah, that'll lose you. Oh yeah, let me...
Yeah. I think they just have enough metal to just return.
Oh yeah, I didn't grab the brownies, but there was an open box of mini chocolate brownies that are gone now.
Okay. Oh, the person who did the duel was like, the guide says reflect turrets if you want. And then right underneath was like, yeah, I guess if you want, some other can live. If you want. That's
quite funny.
crazy. It's crazy work for a guide.
I wonder if the guide was just not complete. He's like, you want to live. Honestly, the most dumb and funny shit I've ever had has always been in field op zones. Did I tell you how annoying raiding was? I mean, dueling was when the zone first came out?
No.
Oh. So, right now we have notoriety, which is it gives you a bonus chance to get into the duel if you didn't get picked before. And we didn't have that before, so back then I used to farm and try to get these duels or the Cs to pop, and since you had no guaranteed chance to be the one chosen for the duel, people were hella toxic with each other, trying to kill each other in the middle of the Cs so that they can make it in.
Oh my god.
I think me and Bugs are gonna hop in a good distract you out of watching.
Okay. Spence! Spence! How did you know? Spence! Greeting! Spence, do you want to do Dao? Okay. You, me, and Yumi and Kaiju will go. Oh, sorry, Paladin. I'm getting so confused between people. Do you want to leave the other party so that we can just start our own party? We can 3-man it. I need another lost chains. Are they in a party? Oh, more people, even better. We got bottom. Yeah, bottom looks fine. You have a wee bit of practice at soloing top? Dang. I don't think you need to solo top, though. Yo. These other players are kind of this healer is stacked, though. You want to take, honestly, if you take Jaguar and the rest of us go bottom, that might be best known. Oh, I'm stupid. I said I was gonna grab a chain spell. And my ethers. Did I not thin air before freaking... I don't think I did. Towers, people, towers! I was in my tower. Look at where I'm dying. Honestly, though. Do they not have razors? But honestly, getting up at this point is, thank you. I almost died to that. Thank God my invuln. Were you nervous, Spence? Were you nervous? I got that heal out last second. Bird first, bird first. I think bird first. I'm sorry. We think the crow is more Bruh, I need this frigging Alkanos dead. Actually, it's kind of crazy that I'm holding third aggro. What the heck? I know, that's what I said. I don't know why we killed green first, but it does more exactly. I meant ground burb, not flying burb. But whatever. Have you gotten all the stuff you need for DRS? Yes, I think so. Friends gave enough stuff that, You plan on healing it? I'm going in as healer. Not actually healing if we have magic DPS, yeah? Oh wait. A moment of me just paying too close to things that are on the floor, even if they're helpful. Personal spoils. Hate confirm button sometimes. Love it. hate this. I made it up. Use the wall to my advantage. Oh shit. I was not looking. I'm gonna just get hit by this. Just kill. LB, please. LB, please. Or just kill. You and me, Spence. Let's go. Insane. forgot if it was like us moving as well. Better safe than sorry. What is this? I forgot. Circle. I didn't see what that one was, so fuck all. That is so unfortunate. Circle plus. Oh. Evil. It shares health. It balances out the health. Not heals, but it just balances out. Oh, fuck. This is the wrong way. Oh, chase me, please. Oh, that's where I got the premium coins from. I forgot what this boss does, honestly. How can you forget about this boss? Oh, I don't remember things very easily. Very easily, in my opinion. Oh, right. That's gonna be right. We'll be fine.